Hello, it is I, Solar Loon, back from the not back from the dead. That's an overstatement. But hello, it's been eons since I last streamed. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, everyone's doing well. For those who are new to the stream or are unfamiliar, or who are unfamiliar with who I am Solar Loon. I am an independent game developer, musician, artist, all that kind of stuff. But also, I'm the developer of MasterPlan, and that's what I've been working on for the past few months. That's why you haven't seen too much of me, is because I was focusing on MasterPlan, and it's been going well. And so I thought it would be fun and interesting and good to get back into it and basically get back to streaming and working on MasterPlan, kind of in front of other people in public. I think that'd be fun. So first off, hello to everyone in the chat. It's well appreciated for everyone to stop by. Xiotic, Silas, Music Boy, J Boy, Boondy, everybody, Don Duval, Lucretius. It's good to see everyone. Hello. Lucretius says, "Have you been working out? Look bigger in a good way." I have been working out. I'm surprised if someone actually is able to see it. I don't usually wear short sleeve shirts, but yeah, I've been working out a little bit, and so gaining strength, gaining power is is always good. But yes, that's correct. And so, as for what we're going to be doing today, we have a lot of stuff that I could be working on with regards to master plan. And yeah, we're going to be going over that. I'm going to be going over also. Well, we have a couple things we could be looking at. We can kind of discuss. So we'll be examining a few things. Ooh, that was really loud. Hold on. I was just starting some music. Hold up. Let me get something nice in the background. All right. Okay, not too loud. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, quite a few things. I figured it'd be good to kind of start off the stream talking about what I used to do or what I did, in the past, between the last time you saw me and now, what I've been doing recently, that kind of stuff, and then we'll kind of go into master plan because that's what we'll be doing for a while. So something I wanted to show is a game that I started working on specifically for 7DRL, which was a game jam specifically for like making a roguelike in 7 days. And so I just wanted to basically show how much of this I got going, and talk a little bit about what challenges I kind of ran into, what I found interesting, that kind of stuff real quick. Yeah, here we go. So for those who are unaware, 7DRL is basically you have to make a roguelike in 7 days. So that's a game which is usually like procedurally generated. You have a week to do it, and it usually has things like level ups, equipment, items, potions, monsters, combat. If you play a game like Brogue, ADOM, there's a lot of games that are roguelike, as well as games that are roguelite games. So there's quite a few games that kind of fit into that box. And so I started working on this game, but I ran out of time. I got kind of lost in the sauce when it came to random generation. I spent a couple days on it. It never really came together. And so what I ended up doing was making level pieces in LDTK and then basically stitching them together in game. So the end result works really well. It's just there's nothing really to do. There's no enemies, there's no combat, there's no experience points, but you can actually run around this procedurally generated to some extent world. This system or this concept of like pre-making pieces and then stitching them together at runtime is something that different roguelite games do pretty frequently. I think I believe Dungeon of the Endless is one. I believe so. I believe Enter the Gungeon probably works under a similar concept. Chasm works under a similar concept. So it's a pretty tried and true method of basically making randomly generated worlds, and it works pretty well. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to just kind of point out real quick. And also, let me remind myself how I get the music to loop. I forget. I have forgotten. never mind. It's right there. Anyway, Domo Rimos says, Noita uses Wayne tiles for procedural generation, same as what you're talking about. They introduce new tiles in each release. Really cool way of adding content. Exactly. And so I thought that would be a good way to make it because, it's easy to make, room pieces. And for every piece you make, it basically almost exponentially increases the variety of rooms and layouts you'll end up generating. So it's really easy to have curated rooms, curated areas, while also having a system that is easy to extend. And it's really visual. It's very, very visually easy to look at the rooms and see like, oh yeah, this room it doesn't work that well, or it's a little too boring or whatever, and you can tweak it at will. And then you can also add on things like a director or something like that basically says like, oh, these rooms are high cost, these rooms are low cost, let's mix them up. For example, you wouldn't want maybe rooms that have treasure chests to be spawned right next to each other, whereas you might want certain rooms that say house a lot of enemies. You might want one or two of them every map. Like you might want a enemy like spawning, like a dungeon, an enemy spawning room or something like that for every map. So you can kind of control it easily by just setting different flags on different levels, different rooms, and then you can more easily kind of define your game. But anyway, this is just what I ended up coming up with. It's not done, of course, but I definitely would like to work on it. Keep working on it because it's really like solid. I feel like the art direction, the style, it's not great, it's not perfect, but it definitely has a style and it definitely feels fun to run around and just look around. This is made in Golang. It's made with Ebitin. It's fun. I had some hardships or some difficulties at some stages, but most of those were worked out previously, because this physics system, this movement, a collision system, is my own as well. This is Resolve, so it works pretty well. It's a little bit of a different version of Resolve that basically doesn't just check like squares to squares or shapes to shapes, but rather a cell against other cells. So basically, this is more efficient. It doesn't allow for like specific shape to shape collision detection, but it does allow you to just check an area against a grid, like a grid of objects, and it works pretty well. It's efficient, works well, nice and simple. Anyway, that's what I have for the 7DRL. I'll keep working on it. Hopefully come back in a few weeks or a couple months with the end result, because I think it'd be fun to play it. Lucretia says, is this the roguelike from that game jam? Yeah, this is the roguelike from 7DRL. Ran out of time, but I think I could definitely improve it. I think it's definitely right there. All right, so now, MasterPlan. MasterPlan. So MasterPlan, for those who are unaware, is a project planning tool specifically for game developers. Primarily, I guess you could say, for game developers, but it's not just for game developers. Anyone can use it. If you have things to do, you have things you wish to complete, things you have to get done, MasterPlan is trying to basically fill in that void. It's primarily offline, so basically you're not supposed to be using it like in a web browser, or you're not able to use it in a web browser. It is stored on your computer, so it's supposed to be like lightweight. It's supposed to be quick and easy and simple. And the ideal is basically by storing your to-do lists and things like that on your computer, you can use Git to go ahead and put them on your GitHub or whatever, back them up. It's easy, rather than a lot of tools which might be easy to use, but they don't really give you any files, right? Like Trello or Notion or whatever. Great tools, but they're primarily online. So like downloading files or backing up your plan is kind of difficult, right? This is kind of the ideal, the point of MasterPlan. Lucretia says, I've been making my own MasterPlan, but it's very specific to planning the schematics of a level in chunks. So more for outlining levels than to-dos and tasks. It's pretty cool so far. Interesting, very interesting. Please, when you do get something that you wish to show, please let us know. I would be glad to take a look at it and give you a shout out. I think that there's a lot of things that could be gained from examining tools, learning from different existing tools that do things better than different tools that do things better than my tool, or vice versa. I think that there's a lot that one can learn from examination of other tools. And MasterPlan is trying to do kind of everything, but it can't do everything all the time, of course. And so, things that are specifically made for specific purposes can definitely be better than MasterPlan, which is, kind of a general tool, but it's not perfect. But I do think it's great. Elrinth says, how is performance and final build size in Go versus making something in C with something like GLFW or maybe Godot? Well, it depends. If you're talking about like MasterPlan versus making it in C, it's probably pretty similar. The end result executable for MasterPlan is fairly small. Let me see if I can find the executable real quick. Here's a bin archive. So this is a little bit of an older version that I have here, but MasterPlan is 13.3 megabytes, which is tiny. That's really small. This is a little bit older, so it's going to be maybe a couple kilobytes bigger as of the most recent version. But altogether, the entire thing, the entire folder with assets and everything, is basically 14 megabytes on Linux. Might be a little bit bigger on Windows with the DLL you have to include. A little bit bigger on Mac, maybe. It's very tiny. Now, if you were making in C, it probably would be very similarly extremely tiny. I don't think there would be much of a problem there. Making it in Godot is going to be a little bit bigger because usually, engines have to include things that you don't usually use. That's why they're engines, is because they're made for general purpose stuff, right? So it's like you can make a racing game or a platformer game or whatever with Unity or Godot or Unreal, but they have to include the things that you may not use, like physics. When you're talking about a task manager, you don't really need physics, but your game might include those objects and those data structures to really make physics work, to allow that to possibly work. So I would imagine that Godot would be maybe on the order of 35 megabytes, something like that minimum, but that's really a minor difference. I would probably recommend Godot for games, but I don't know too much about its. I know that Godot has really good GUI, or fairly good GUI capabilities, but I'm not certain about using Godot for this because it's a lot of file handling. It's a lot of kind of a little bit lower level stuff. Whereas Godot, I'm not sure how it handles like loading images, loading sounds. Like maybe it would do well. I haven't looked into it though. But at this point, it's working pretty well. So I probably would stick with this, which is Golang and Raylib Go, or I would go to Golang and maybe Go SDL, because that might work a little bit better when it comes to fonts and text. That's something that I'm specifically kind of having a little bit of trouble with Go Raylib Go, but it's not a huge deal just yet. Let's see. Lucretia says, I'm trying to stray away from tile-based level editing, which I find a little cumbersome. Understandable. It's a little tough, right? Making levels, it's like you want to get something that's easy to use, it's simple, but at the same time, tiles it's kind of the tool du jour for for making games, because it's lightweight, it's simple, it's easy, right? Well, it's lightweight. It's not particularly easy when you're trying to make minor changes, but anyway, going with lines, rects, and icons. Interesting. So yeah, let me know how it turns out. Motivate Lab says, what's your tech stack that you're using? So I said it just a couple seconds ago, but basically we use Go. Well, not we. I use Go. I use Raylib Go. I use that's kind of it when it comes to like the fundamental tech stack. Raylib Go is built on the Go port of GLFW, and then I also use other Golang modules and additional tools to basically allow things like reading clipboards or creating file menus, loading menus to load files from your operating system, different things like that. And you can look at everything in the Go mod. Beep is what I use for sounds. Compress, I use to compress the archives after building when I kick them over to AppVeyor. AppVeyor is what I use for building, continuous integration, I guess, yeah. Continuous building. So like I upload I already have it all set up, but basically I upload things to GitHub, and then AppVeyor goes ahead and reads that last commit, builds it, and so I end up with a executable for Windows, Mac, and Linux, which is very nice and easy. Yeah, so we're not gonna go too much into everything, but that's the general idea behind the tech stack I'm using here. Also, I'm just looking over at my my other screen. I have 82 people watching, which is like 4 times more than I'm used to, 4 times more people than I usually have watching me. So thank you very much for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. If you wanted to check out what I do. Lucretia says it's a cool, super cool pipeline. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's very nice to be able to work with a lot of like that's a good thing about Go, is that there's a lot of people who use it, and there's a lot of tools, right? So it's like, oh, I need something to, you know, copy something to the clipboard. It's like there's something out there that'll probably do it. Not everything is supported everywhere, but for the most part, you know, there's stuff that you can use for pretty much everything. You know, Dura FMT is for like taking a duration and then like turning it into like words, you know, so something that's like 8,000 seconds becomes like, you know, 3 whatever, you know, let me think, like 2 hours and some change, like, you know, 2 hours 15 minutes, whatever it is. So like you can there's a variety of different additional tools you can use, the different additional modules you can use to just kind of like add on to your Go program, which is nice. So all right, now what I'm probably going to end up doing here is oh, that's right, actually, before I get into development, let's actually go over some of the recent changes, because the last time I showed MasterPlan on YouTube was like 0.6 or 0.5, so I'm going to go over just a couple of the new features. I actually misspelled that. Features. Let's see. Timers are better, so you can say like, oh, I want to count down like 4 minutes, for example, or you can be like, oh, I want to count down until maybe Monday or Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, you know, different days of the week. So you can say like, oh, I want to wake up, for example, every day at 7 a.m. And so it says, oh, you got 16 hours, 16 and a half hours until 7 a.m. tomorrow, which is March 26th, right? You also have the ability to count down to a specific day. So you can be like, oh, you know, maybe the 30th, something is going to happen. And so you need to, you know, give yourself this little countdown. And then you also have a stopwatch where you can just kind of, you know, see how long something takes to happen. Something else you can do is basically count down a timer, and then when it elapses, do something on your board. So for example, if you have let's say a series of things you have to do, like let's say every day, right? You have like a daily task, and so you say, okay, I get up, right? By typing, get up, you brush your teeth, right? You like I don't know, wash your face. So you have these things, right? And so you get up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, but then you say, okay, well every day when I get up, I want to trigger these and clear them. So as the time goes on, and as you know, time passes, it will hit 7 a.m. and then these will be cleared. So as long as MasterPlan is open, you can have these kinds of timers running to basically give yourself, just like that, give yourself something to do. Well, not give yourself something to do, but basically have MasterPlan do things for you when you need them to be done. And by using timers, you can trigger them on specific days, trigger them regularly, etc., etc. Everton Plaza says, can you create dialogue windows or trees in this editor? No, you cannot, but that's not undoable. That's not undoable. It could be done. Hugh Williams says this is cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. It could be done. That's the thing. Creating dialogue windows and trees. That's the way that I envision this, because what you have here is, you know, the ability to type out text, type out tasks that get done, etc., etc. So if you wanted to make a dialogue tree, let's say you start with notes, right? So you say like, okay, you have a Harry, which says like, hello, player, how are you? And then the player comes next and says, hello, Harry, nice to meet you, I'm fine. Okay, so now if we wanted to do this where it's a tree, we would then say like, okay, well, we want a choice, right? Where we'd say like, you know, go outside or something. Go outside, and then another choice, which is like stay inside. Now, let me do that. Now, there's no method to get text or get, you know, really get anything out of MasterPlan, except for obviously saving your project, which, you know, saves that as a JSON file. So you can parse the JSON and basically end up with, you know, objects that represent each object in your plan, and then basically say like, okay, my notes are like my statements, and then these represent like maybe choices like this. This is a way to go about it. But something else I wanted to do that someone on Steam requested that I think would be good is this feature here. The ability to copy a set of tasks and paste them as a text list. And this may be doable using the clipboard tool, which it is doable, should be doable using clipboard. And then conversely, the ability to copy a list and paste it as a set of tasks. I have my to-do list here, which was just temporary because basically I recently did a major rewrite of MasterPlan, where MasterPlan was just like not loading projects and stuff like that because everything was being changed. And so I had everything that I needed to do to get fixed and all that stuff in this to-do list, which worked fine. But now MasterPlan is running again. I'd like to go back to using MasterPlan to plan out my work making MasterPlan. And so to do that, I would like to be able to take all this stuff that I wrote down and paste it into MasterPlan as a series of like tasks to complete. So where I'm going with this is basically, if I implement this correctly, you should be able to use MasterPlan to plan out your dialogue tree and then copy it and paste it into something else like this as text. That would be great because that would allow you to basically use this as kind of a dialogue tree editor, while then not specifically needing to build in dialogue tree functionality into this program, and not needing to have people like mod it in or anything like that. You could just copy these objects and then paste them as, you know, the text as the basically each line representing one of these boxes, one of these tasks. So I think that would be a good way to approach this, where you still have that functionality, you still have that, you can use it for that, but it's not really made for that, but it does fill that role. So Everton says, got you. So it's for planning specifically, not for a full game dev engine. Yeah, no, this isn't for game development, it's for planning. I created this specifically because I thought it's hard to make games. The hardest part of making games is not like, you know, the thing that Unity makes easier. Usually it's not the thing that Unity or Unreal or Godot or whatever, you know, game engine you use makes easier. That's not really the hard part. It's your mind, my mind. It's the ability of the developer to stay focused, the ability of the developer to plan out their project. That's usually the hardest part, and the part where people fail and say, I can't work up the motivation, or I can't, I don't know what to do next, or I'm whatever, you know, I have trouble, you know, working with this engine or whatever, this friction. Usually it's mainly because they have trouble planning their project, right? They have trouble staying focused. They have trouble doing what they need to do. And so, or foreseeing what they need to do. So this tool, the goal of this tool is to help you with that, is to basically make it easier for you to plan what you're trying to do. Elrinth says Jira is fully integrated with VS Code and GitHub/Bitbucket. I'm sorry, yeah, GitHub/Bitbucket helps you to plan your projects. Okay, yeah, something like Jira, something like, you know, Trello, something like all those tools. If you use them and you like them, definitely stay with them. But the advantage of MasterPlan is that basically it's a little more freeform, it's a little easier, it's a little simpler. Doesn't require you to have your web browser open. Doesn't require an account. Doesn't require you to, you know, like say these tasks will be taken care of by this person, even if you're working alone. You can kind of design your plan as you want, rather than having to adhere to really like a specific ideal or approach. It's not inherently like focused on time, but you can say like, oh, I have deadlines to do, or I have to get this done by this day. Like you can do that, but it's not made for that. I completely forgot that I added this feature and that I was talking about what I added to MasterPlan previously. I was too focused on other things. Okay, so tables. This was added to MasterPlan in version 0.7. So like, let's say you have sprites to design, right? So you say like, oh, I have sprites to design. I have the player, I have maybe an ogre, I have the shopkeep, I have the knight, I have the monster, whatever. Also, I added these shortcuts so that you can jump between these easier. But yeah, let's say you have these sprites, and then you also have these animations, like maybe like talking, you know, walking, run, hurt, die, right? Attack. Well, now you have these tables that basically allow you to say like, oh, I have these done, I have these to do, I don't need these for the shopkeeper, for example, being hurt, dying, or attacking. Or if you're playing Spelunky, then you do need these. But yeah, this allows you to basically say like, oh yeah, I don't need these, I need these. These have been done, and that allows you to kind of keep your plan straightforward and easy, right? Because like, let's say you're making a game and you're like, oh man, it would be really nice if maybe I added like some sort of alternate idle animation, or maybe what if people could like use special skills or something. Well, when you look at your board and you see, for example, you have all these to do, these, you know, 14 out of 33 tasks, and you say, okay, let's go ahead and add like a skill. And now you have 38 tasks to do. It's like, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do that, right? That helps you to kind of, it quantifies your work, because it says you have this many animations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 animations times 6 characters, or 5 characters, and then you add on another animation. Now you have that many more, right? So it's easier to say what you have done, but also it's easier to see what you have to do. And so you might end up saying, well, let's not have this additional animation because it's going to take too long. Like if you haven't done this, then maybe you shouldn't add another animation. So anyway, tables, really useful. You can put them into a list, and that helps out obviously with getting things done. So you can be like, oh yeah, you know, we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this, but we haven't done all these animations, and so our tasks aren't finished. When we do have all these tasks done, now this turns blue and this turns blue. So that's great. If you have any X's, that basically means that you don't have to do them, which is useful as basically, it's a check mark, but that indicates, well, it's not a check mark because it basically takes the task out of completion. So we have 37 tasks to do. If we cross these out, you can see we have 34, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, that's a nice little feature. Everything's been kind of given a visual pass, a minor visual pass. People were not complaining, but mentioning that basically autosave is kind of annoying, because it's like you enable autosave and the program may not tell you that basically in order for autosaving to work in MasterPlan, you have to save the project first, which is logical because otherwise where is it going to go? And so now I added this just today. Now you can see in the top right, it says, please manually save project. If you do something, it says warning, autosave unsuccessful. The project has to have been manually saved once first. And then if you try to quit, it says project is not saved. And I apologize for the the bad placement of this text. Project is not saved due to having no project file path, not being manually saved. So this is just something to kind of help you out. Oh, the number of tasks is hidden by my camera. My bad. Let me move this up. There we go. That's better. But yeah, this allows you to basically, it just tells you that autosave needs to work. You know, in order for autosave to work, you have to save the project, which is important because it has to go somewhere. MasterPlan, you know, it would be nice if it kind of did something behind the scenes magically, you know, just like, oh, I'll save it as an untitled file or something. But the appeal or the point of MasterPlan is to basically be kind of explicit. You design your plan the way you want. It helps you out when it can, but it doesn't. It stays out of your way otherwise. And the goal is to have this file that's easy to back up later, right? With Git or with Bitbucket, GitHub or Bitbucket, or Perforce or whatever. SVN, however you do, or just a hard drive backup. But you need to have had that file somewhere, right? Like, it's only logical that if you're going to back it up, or it's going to be somewhere on your computer, you should know where it is. So this way, you still have to do that. There's no surprises there, but it does basically try its best to be like, hey, you should do, try, like, hey, if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Like, if it's not gonna work, it should let you know, basically. Also, I just saw a bug. I believe I just saw a bug, which is if you have autosave enabled and it cannot save, it shouldn't allow you to make a new project. Okay, so that's the first thing we're gonna fix. Let's fix that right now before I forget. Let me see here. This is also something I fixed. Okay, there we go. This is something that we did. Sometimes this means messages always appear rather than sometimes not visible. Let's see. Okay, so this is important. This is a fix that basically makes it so that when you save a project as, using this, previously, like, the message wouldn't appear. There was a message that says like, hey, you saved it, or hey, it didn't save, but it wouldn't appear because when you press save project as, it basically keeps like ticking. It's almost like it creates the message like right now, and then as you like navigate and say which plan you want to save and you press OK, it creates the message and then basically like immediately destroys it because it's been like 18 seconds since it was created. Whereas, yeah, see, like it fades out maybe after 7 or 8. So in other words, it just makes it so that that message always appears. Okay, so that should fix that. Let's put this here. Okay. All right, save. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Okay. Elrinth says, "Love the system. Keep up the great work. Thank you." CVS, yeah, CVS with those long receipts. If you use that to back up your program, maybe you should move up to the current millennium and start using tape decks. Okay, so that's good. So we have to actually fix the previous bug, which is basically when you go to create a new project, it should, let's see, new project. Here we go. A project unmodified, or project.autosave.check and project.file.blank. Okay, so that should basically do it. The Big Red G, hello. It's been eons. If you've been here before. If not, hello. Bundi says, no, autosave onto a laser disc from the laser disc dimension. Laser disc, dude. Like, what happened to those? Well, I mean, obviously, they're obsolete, but still. It's crazy how, like, media... Well, it's crazy how certain media has, like, connotations and stuff, and then other media kind of feels modern. Like, I feel like floppy disks and like the hard, like two and a quarter, I guess, the like small square ones, I kind of feel like because of anime, it feels like futuristic. Something about like or putting it in and then like lowering it in. It's it feels so like cool. It's just like you see that sometimes on like GIFs from like anime, and it's like they load the disc the floppy disk in and then pop it down, and it's just like, yeah, future. I don't know. Like CDs just don't quite feel the same. Cartridges obviously are very similar, but something about a floppy disk with the button. The button is necessary. It's like the year is 3000. 3040 AD, and it's just like we still use floppy disks and we still need to press a button to eject it. All right, so let's see if this actually fixes it. Okay, cool. So we have autosave, click. Project is not saved due to having no project file path, not being manually saved. Okay, cool. That does work. So what we're gonna do, I would like to turn this into a function because I do this multiple times. I do this a couple of times. Do it here. Do it here. This is part of it. Do I have to? It's not. Yeah, let's make it a function. It's good to make something functions if you're going to do it multiple times, and if it could possibly be a problem. Oops. I am misspelling all the time. I don't know what's going on. I'm nervous. All right, let's see. So autosave checked and project file path is blank. We're gonna do this. So this basically says, hey, if you have autosave on, but you haven't saved, then that's bad. All right. This here as well. No, wait, if it's modified and checked, no, that's fine. It's here. All right, I think that's the only places. Okay. All right, cool. What we're also gonna do, a big red says, I've been here before. Yeah, I thought so, but I wasn't 100%. I was like, I feel that you have, but it's been months. I straight up forget. Okay, let's see. Error. Yeah, cool. So this is, I have this here where basically I say, if the text, if a message has the word error in it, which doesn't happen too often, but if you do something and the text here has error, then it turns the text red. I want to do the same thing, but with yellow and the word warning. So we'll just do this here. We'll just say bop. Give me a little bit of that. Give me warning. Then yellow. Cool. A big red says, what is MasterPlan used for as UI? Is it Chromium? No, it is RayLibGo, which is built on GLFW. So basically it's just like it's like I'm playing it. It's like I made a video game, like in terms of the fundamentals of how things are drawn to the screen. Like I'm actually drawing like rectangles and textures and all that stuff to make this stuff work the way it does. So it's not quite, it's different. It's definitely different compared to like, you know, Chromium or most of these things. Most of these, you know, programs out there. Whatever. Anyway. So there we go. Warning, autosave unsuccessful. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so yeah, it's just like I'm trying to tell you as much and as like cleanly as possible. Like, please don't get angry if your stuff gets deleted because you haven't saved your project. Alright, so that's good. So we should be good to go with this. All right, we'll add this to do. When it warns you when you haven't saved the project and have autosave enabled. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave this to-do list entry like this. All right, so that should be it. We can see we did this there. Autosave invalid. Let's say, whoops. Autosave invalid. Let's see. Let's say this is an internal fix, actually. Which is, can no longer create a new project. Oh no. New project prompts. Oh. Prompts when autosave is invalid. Okay. Before I do this, I'm trying to remember, is there something I made or something I did for a new project? I feel like... New project. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't read your name because it's Korean. It's in Korean. I can't read Korean. So I apologize. You know what? Young Oppa? Is that correct? Young Oppa says, my friend just linked me this. Looks great. Keep up with the good work. The great work. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Little brother. Lucretia says, do you have a goal for MasterPlan 1.0? And Rachad Z says, yo, do I have a plan for MasterPlan 1? I kind of do, yeah. There's quite a few things I'd like to do and add. Here's some things I'd like to just, like, this is kind of the short-term things I'd like to fix. But something I'd like to add is a zone type, or like pretty good pronunciation. Young Oppa. Okay, hopefully that's close. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I might be saying it wrong. I know I am, because you said it was pretty good and not perfect. So, so thank you very much. Hopefully I can get better at Korean. Okay, so yeah, so there's quite a bit I'd like to do. One of them is the ability to create zones. So a zone is something like a folder. Like currently you have boards, so you can be like, oh yeah, you know, here's some images, for example, for like my game in one area, and then here's like another board that has like, you know, images for a different area, something like that. And that's all right. That's okay. But a zone is like a folder that you can place on your plan, so it's a clickable thing. It holds tasks, and it would be nice if it also had completion. So you could be like, oh, okay, you know, you can group all of your tasks together that you have to get done, and they all count under this one zone, or block, or blob, or whatever I would call it. And so the advantage is basically it's a folder, but it has completion, and you can link to it with lines and stuff like that. That'd be cool. Also, I would love to do, let's see, what else? I think my, like, big stuff is down here. Long term, yeah. Collaboration, that'd be great. I would love to be able to, like, have collaboration with other people. And I think MasterPlan could do it really well, because it's like, collaboration, like when you think of collaboration, you know, in general, you probably want something that's like, you know, kind of, it's like you want it to work together, right? You want to work together with your other teammates and things like that, but you don't want to like have to sign in to the internet. You know, if you're just working by yourself, it'd be nice if you just worked by yourself, you know? So like, it'd be cool if you had like, you know, the ability to see other people's mouse cursors, to you know, have people working on the same plan, adding different tasks. Maybe each person can only be editing one task at a time. So that'd be kind of cool. I feel like that would be a good, like, definite goal for 1.0. Some other things I would like to add is GUI scaling. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's like, I have to keep working on it. I have to keep like thinking about how I would implement it, because I started doing it. I actually started like fixing up GUI scaling, and I had to stop like a day or two in. I was like, nah, this isn't gonna work the way I was hoping it would. Video streaming would be great if there was some way to stream videos. Either local video streaming would be great, but even better would be like YouTube or Vimeo. Music streaming would be cool. I have no idea how I would manage to do that, but that'd be cool. Yeah, Lucretia says GUI scaling is a must. Not gonna lie, my Mac on HDR has everything super small. Yeah, high definition rendering. So like, I do recognize the need for GUI scaling. It's just like, it's so hard to like actually implement it. it's not so hard, but it'll take probably one version. Like I need to focus on one version to just implement GUI scaling, and that's it. Because it's like, it's kind of, it touches any part of rendering. Yeah, it's really not fun. Yeah, GUI scaling is so like, so that's definitely something on the roadmap. Git integration would be great. So you could, like, if you have your plan in the same folder as your Git repository, you can make a commit to your repository, like, oh, fixes, let's say like it, you know, like in this example, internal fix, new project prompts when autosave is invalid, and we're adding this, and we could do like MP number 4 toggle or something like that, and MasterPlan, when you load it, would read that that commit message and then toggle the 4th task. So, you know, assuming that you had a plan like this where it's like number 4 is like, you know, fix project.autosave. When we do this and commit it, MasterPlan would automatically trigger this. It would automatically toggle it. So that would be great. I think that would be a really cool feature to just kind of like mesh in a little bit better into your workflow. It would be great if I could do everything without having to open this panel. Like, it's not bad, but it'd be really cool if I could like edit text directly on the task, or, you know, things like that. Like adding a button to click this to like trigger a checkbox, I can do that. But changing this that like you can type directly here would kind of require some like changes of approach, because there's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't fit obviously all in here. Like moving the text box alone is doable, but like having the ability to change your deadline, that'd be a little bit of a tweak, and then obviously everything else has its own like thing to consider. So I would love to do that, but I have to think about it some more. And then also charts and data visualization. So someone requested this, and I thought it would be cool, but I don't remember what it was. I'll have to go back to my Discord. It was someone in my Discord who said like, oh, I could use charts, and they explained it at the time, and it sounded really cool and a good idea, but then I forgot. So I wrote it down, but I forgot to actually like write down what this means. Multitask editing, I'm gonna pull this down here. That also would be a good thing to add. Time estimations, I would love to add this, because I feel like that would be cool. So you can be like, okay, here's my plan, right? Here's my project, you know, making a game or whatever, and you have it planned out, and then you can turn on a feature that basically says each thing you have to do, let's estimate it to be 30 minutes. So then you could either have like a little readout here, or maybe some other area of MasterPlan that says your plan is, you know, slated to take 46 hours to do. That'd be cool, because that way you could be like, okay, you know, maybe I need to break some things up, maybe I need to clip some things out. Time estimation, I think, would be a really nice feature. That would really kind of simplify things considerably, I feel like. VDG says, what is your VS Code theme? Looks so clean. Oh, thanks. Well, I didn't design it, of course. But my theme is bearded theme, black and ruby. Yeah. So that's the theme. They have quite a few different color combinations, some minor stuff, you know, minor differences rather. But yeah, a nice kind of low understated, not like really visually in your face, but with a little bit of color here and there. It's nice. Yeah. MP4 video support. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to add. So many things. Oh yeah, and internationalization, of course. I have the ability. Solar always got the nice themes. Thank you. But yeah, internationalization and translation to other common languages, definitely on the to-do list. Definitely some things I would love to add. It's just a matter of actually getting there. Yeah. Everton Plaza says, would text files be something you could add to put large text files in a compressed form or for sorting? large text files in a compressed form for sorting. Could you explain a little bit more what you mean? Just a little bit more. Do you mean like the ability to add text files, to like put the text from a text file into MasterPlan in such a way where you don't need to copy and paste it, where it's just automatically updated continuously? Like if you could link a text file as part of a note. Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, I would love to. That would be, did I put this on here? I might not have. I don't think, yeah, I don't think, yeah, wait, oh, so I could click on it and it would open. Oh yeah, that's definitely on the list. I already have the system in like made so that you can click on buttons to take you to websites. So I would hopefully be able to just kind of like swoosh it into the same thing, but just for like local files on your computer. But yeah, you can already go to like solarloon.com and it will, I mean, I don't know when this happened where it's not directly over the text, but yeah, that already does work. So yeah, so that already works. So I would love to just kind of tweak it a little bit to work for your local files. Sinulum says, do you know what is the limitation of custom visual scripting in Godot? Because I think I can even make my own language for modding my game. Unfortunately, I do not. I am not familiar with visual scripting in Godot. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Rashad Z says, I know this might be a long-term thing, but in the online collaboration task, will you consider a project chat window, like how Google Docs does when there's something to communicate with others? Oh yeah, that's logical, of course. Well, not custom chatting, but just chat window. Yeah. John Thompson says, are you fully supported off your games and projects? Currently, yes. MasterPlan's selling really well. It's doing really well. Thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who has purchased MasterPlan. If you're interested, please feel free to check it out on itch or Steam. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I can say is thank you. It's surprising. I knew this was something good and people liked it and could use it, but I wasn't really too sure on how marketable it was or how many people might need it. But I feel like a lot of people, need help kind of planning things out. A lot of people need help saying no to things, right? So when you start planning your, Uber game and, you see, oh, wait a second, I have to make like, 800 sprites for 6,000 3D models. It's like, you know what, maybe this isn't, maybe it's a no, maybe this is a game to put on the shelf. And so I think there's definitely a good idea. I think it's definitely a good program rather. Lucretia says, Solar, I still think you could make some super cool game dev videos analyzing like a cool thing in a game you like. I actually really do I really do like that idea. I would love to do a video, but something, well, there's a couple things. This is going to be a little bit off topic. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay. So here's a Twitter post by this person saying their game, Bushi Dog, is canceled. Like Bushido, but dog, is canceled. Here's why. And this is a shame because the game looks pretty cool. It looks like you play a dog who's like a sword fighter. They had some cool like state, movements and stuff like that. It definitely looked really fun. The art style was unique and it definitely had some interesting design elements. But basically they go on and talk a little bit about it where they're like, oh, it's just it turned out to be too much. And so what I wanted to do was kind of talk a little bit about this subject, this particular game, and say, the developer chose to, cancel the game because it was too big. Really, congratulations to them. It's unfortunate that the game is canceled, but congratulations that they looked at it and said, this is just too big. Let's not do it. Let's do it later. Let's revisit the idea later. Maybe when it's more feasible, maybe when it's something that we can do, maybe when it's something that is maybe, the technology is caught up where it's easier to make these kinds of games or things like that. And so I wanted to basically say, how could someone make that kind of a game? Like, looking through the thread of the creator's ideas, the creator's plan for how the game would kind of flow. How can we make that game, but realistically? And so I think that would be a good video. And I think that, looking at different games that either failed or succeeded, and what things could, work, or what things did not work, whatever. Definitely, I would love to make a video series like that. I think there's definitely room to examine existing products or potential products and say, well, maybe you could revisit it because there's a lot of, potential in Mega Man Legends 3. Capcom, please give me Mega Man Legends 3. Please give me Mega Man Legends 3. I beg you. I beg you. There's so much. There's so much there. There's so much. I bought a 3DS for Mega Man Legends 3. 3DS was great. I still loved the console, loved the games. But please finish Mega Man Legends 3, man. Oh. But yeah, there's a lot of room to look at existing products or products that never made it to store shelves, never made it to Steam or itch, and say, how can we make this? If the game was too big and the creators canceled it, why did they cancel it? How could they have approached it from a different angle that would have allowed them the chance to finish the product? I think there's room there. So anyway, I would love to make videos like that. Rashad Z says, how do you promote your products like Gear End and MasterPlan to help you sustain for the long term? Gear End, not so much. MasterPlan, Gear End, I don't really promote it very much because honestly, I don't really find it to be that good of a game now. Like, definitely buy it if you wish to support me. I appreciate it, but I would love to go back and redo it because I feel like there's a lot I would love to redo, and I think it could be a lot of fun and much better given another shot. How do I promote MasterPlan? I just go on Twitter and talk about it. I make stuff, I improve stuff. I'm kind of surprised. I haven't been like really pushing promotion, but I think MasterPlan is just a really solid product. And so even when I might say something on Twitter or, do something like that, but for the most part, people are buying it because it's interesting or because they need it. I think so. I don't really have to push too hard for promotion, so I'm fortunate. I basically, it's very organic. I don't feel like I'm forcing it down people's throats. I think people find it and they say, this is interesting, or this is what I need, and they buy it. And then every so often I might tweet or something like that. Not every day, but every few days when I have something to say, and it reaches, apparently. So I don't really have anything to say about promotion just yet. I think that I might have something to say maybe in a few months. But for now, I feel like I'm still in the process of kind of feeling out how organically grown marketing works. I do think that you can definitely prioritize marketing. I do think that you can definitely extend the tendrils of your product's reach. But I do also think that if something is good, people will buy it, especially if it's a utility, because utilities are things people need. Games are something that people can be like, oh yeah, that looks like a ton of fun. People can say that and then just not buy it. Like, there's a lot of games that I look at and I'm like, oh wow, that looks fantastic, and I just never get around to playing it. Whereas maybe a tool that I feel like I could use, that I might buy much more readily, even if I'm not as hyped about it, because I feel like I can easily envision myself using it and having an improved quality of life. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like it's a difference between the psychology that goes into purchasing a game or something for media, something for consumption, versus purchasing something for utility. Basically, what's the difference between buying food, buying a video game, and buying like a you know, like a steak dinner, right? So it's like, you know, maybe, you know, buying like vegetables from the grocery store. What's the sales like of that compared to buying something that you need, you know, outright, like, you know, tools, like, you know, maybe hardware tools, stuff like that, versus something that you eat and consume. It's something you need, but you also love it. You know, you also like it, like steak dinners or, you know, pricey things. What are those sales like compared to maybe something that you don't eat, but you just buy for fun? Like, you know, you don't need it, but you enjoy it. So it's like, there's, I think, different psychologies there. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, I guess. Music Boy says, I'm back. I was making a song. Oh, fantastic. Please continue making songs. I mean, like, feel free to watch, but yeah, feel free to also continue making songs. Okay, let's actually commit this. I've been just like talking for the past like 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, auto saving that invalid, auto save invalid. I think we're good. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and tweak this slightly. Actually, now that I think about it a little bit more, what I would recommend for people who wish to promote their products, definitely promote it, like grind the earth when it comes to promoting. Like, give it your all if you're going to promote, but also you want to be proud of what you have to promote. So if you have a game, be proud of it, if you wish to promote it. Like, I don't think it's going to be tough to promote something that you don't really believe in. Like, I really do like and trust MasterPlan, and so I am always happy to go ahead and post about it, you know, talk about it, make videos about it, whatever. Like, I'm happy to work on it because I feel like it's really good. So if you want to like promote your game, I feel like you should work on it until you're happy with it. If you're happy with it, then it should be easy to convince people to be interested in it and to, you know, give it the time of day. So basically, that's probably like the first thing to start off with. If you're like working on a project and you want to like promote it, work on it until you're like happy with it, until you're like, man, this is sick. And then that makes it easy to show it to other people because they'll be like, man, this is sick too. That's an idea. Let's see. So yeah, the thing I wanted to fix, actually this is something I need to fix, is new lines are split incorrectly on Windows for, I think, when pasting text in, and then also text list, this stuff. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on today. So new lines are pasted incorrectly on Windows. I am not currently on Windows, so I don't know. But I think I know where this is happening. So we're going to go to the project, I believe. Close the others real quick. Coverage data list. And then I think it's handle drop files. Let's check that real quick. Oh, this is in the board. Okay. So in the board, handle drop files, we get the text, set text, read file, description, set file. Okay, so we're reading the text in directly, so that should be fine. Okay, so this is just calling os.read. Okay, the os.read file. Read file. Let's see. Read file, reason name file, returns the contents. So I'm not doing anything there. Let's see. So the problem that people are having is that when pasting text, okay, hold on. paste content. It might be here. Paste content. There we go. This is what's going on. Okay. Because we're splitting the text by, and this is, wait, when did I do this? Hold on. Okay, I think this was for, yeah, I believe this is for, yeah, okay. So I think this is the issue. We're basically splitting the text by new line characters. We need to split it by, instead, the new line character for the operating system, right? Yeah, okay. That makes sense, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna see, is there a new line character? There might be a new line character defined in Golang already. It feels like there should be, so let me do a quick check here. Line endings are determined by what the source of the file or document said was a line ending and not the OS the binary is running in. That's true. Joshua Confidant says, yo, hello. Lucretia says, it's different now, but the basic idea of using lines is there. Oh, Joshua Confidant is just Music Boy. Okay, what's up? So basically the issue that I'm having, so to explain it, wait. Okay, so to explain what's going on here, there's a possibility that, wait a second, hold on, I'm still thinking, because what the problem is that on Windows, if you copy text and paste it in to MasterPlan, if it's Windows endings, Windows line endings, which is /r/r/in, I'm simply cutting out the /in because that's how it works on Linux. That's a problem. That's why it's not working. Basically, I think that's why MasterPlan is adding an underscore underneath every, or before like every line or something. I cannot reproduce this on my machine because I can reproduce this. What I need is to find a file with Windows line endings. Let's see if we can find this. Test file with Windows line endings. What am I doing? I can just make it myself. I should be able to just make this myself. Is this it? CRLF? Okay. Test. Second line. Third line? Okay, I save this. Can I save it? No? Okay. Windows line ending test. Okay. End of line sequence. Okay, so Windows line ending test has CRLF. So let's go ahead and try this. We're going to copy this. Okay. So let's see if we can paste this. This is what they're talking about. Yo, let's go. Okay, so this is the problem. And as you can see, it's just, there's nothing here. There's nothing there. But in MasterPlan, it adds an underscore because we're cutting out the N, but not cutting out the R. So there's no way for us to know ahead of time whether the file is Windows line endings or not. So what we need to do is basically, I believe what we need to do is basically just turn any RNs to ins and then go from there, or turn any ins to RNs and go from there, either one. So what I'm gonna do, I would like to know what the r/r byte is. /n/r. Okay, N is the new line character, while R is the carriage return, the difference in what uses them. Windows uses RN to signify that the enter key was pressed, while Linux and Unix uses N to signify that the enter key was pressed. Okay, so is R alone? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about classic Mac OS. Mac is different depending on the version new line. Maybe version of new line. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's the old school. Okay, so it's just, we're really just dealing with Linux, Linux and Mac and Windows. Okay. So CRLF/R/N or /N. Okay, so that's just what it is. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Okay, so let's see. Irving says /R/N to N is less error-prone transformation. R alone has not been used for a while. Yeah. Joshua says, "Hey, is it okay if I show you something after the live stream on Discord?" Yeah, feel free. I mean, as long as it's nothing like horrible. I mean, like your wording is making me sweat a little bit. But if it's like, oh yeah, I have a song I want you to listen to and tell me how I can improve it. Yeah, sure. Something. I mean, if it's something like that, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So probably what we're gonna do is just turn the old, like the Windows carriage returns to just normal stuff, normal ones. But now I have to wonder. Now I'm wondering, how do we know? Okay. So what we want to do for text that you're pasting into MasterPlan is to turn any new line characters from Windows to the Linux ones, just to make it easy, and then go from there. If we're copying text in MasterPlan to use outside of it, then we probably want to turn any new line characters from /n to /rn only on Windows. That seems logical. Okay. So what we want to do is replace all in clipboard data /r/n with just /n. There we go. Okay. Lucretia says, "You have a Discord, Solar?" Yeah, I've got a Discord server. I do. I thought I put it in my stream, but apparently not. So let me fix that. I'm so slow. Okay. All right, that should work. Okay, so I put it in the chat and I put it in the description. And also, There's something else I was going to say, but now I've forgotten it. In any case, oh, the music. Yeah, I've had the same song playing for so long. Yeah, give me some Codex Waking. Okay. Lucretia says, how do I, a committed solar lunar, not know about this? I don't know. But you're welcome to join. Yes, please. Alright, so this should get us basically going here. That's a good start. So it converts any carriage returns to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. Now, when we copy text in to paste out, we want to go ahead and basically say, if you're on Windows, turn it into a Windows return. I believe, because I feel like if we don't do that, we'll probably be angry. I feel like that's wise. Okay. So let's go ahead and open this. Oh, this, I know what we're doing here. Okay. So let's go to GUI.go. Let's go to the text box. Clipboard. Copy it all. So what we're gonna do, Joshua says, yo, I love this song. Hey, congratulations, thank you rather. What I'm thinking is that if we're copying text, if we're copying text, if we're copying text and we're pasting it into MasterPlan, should we have? John Thompson says, I love this song in the previous one. To be honest, you've made a lot of hitters. Thank you. There was an older one I was a big fan of. Oh, really? If you can, like, tell me which, maybe video, like if you find the video or wherever if it's on SoundCloud, well, if you tell me which song it is, if you can show me through some means, then I can play it. I probably have it still. But what I'm struggling with here is basically if we copy a new line character in MasterPlan, when we paste it, it should still be the new line character. But if we copy text, wait, if I copy this, is the new line character not RN? Or does Go know about it? Let's see. Does the clipboard rather know about that? No, okay, so yeah, we still have to do it here too, okay. So we're just gonna do the same thing that we did here. Okay. And then when we copy text, self.status, really? Apparently output doesn't need to transform to RN. Oh, really? So basically, if I copy text out, we don't need to transform it to RN. Okay, so maybe Windows will handle that. All right. That makes sense. I mean, like, if new line is not a thing in Windows, then, like, just bare new line, then it does make sense that it would just transform it. Maybe? We'll see. All right. So this is what we're dealing with here. Copying. All right, so I guess we don't have to do anything there, but we'll see. Self.status. Let me go ahead and boot that up real quick. There we go. print line outputs / in always. Okay, let's see. All right, well that definitely didn't add any underscores. That's good. No underscores. No underscores. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. I'm looking at my like stats, and I realized like 40 minutes ago that I was looking at the playbacks and not the concurrent viewers. I thought there was like 200 people watching my stream. I was like, oh my gosh. I had to say something because I was like, this is gonna look really stupid. That's fine though. Self-death status is a solar classic. I appreciate that. I'd like to go ahead and like remake it one day. It's like there's something there. I feel like I could do it like better now. There is something, yeah, that does actually work pretty well. Like the melodies aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. Let's see. So I think what we're gonna do here, we should be good. I think we don't have to copy and paste this. I mean, we don't have to change the copy and pasting process. I think that's fine. So we're good. Let's commit it. Creature says, also one of my favorites is one of the songs from Gurren Dragonov? Yo, let's get some of this Gurren OST in here. I appreciate your devotion to my old janky songs. Let's see. So this should resolve one of the issues that I had, or one of the issues that someone found, I think. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Sir Pinecone found this issue and explained it. Let's see, /A and /F appear as underscores. Wait, /A/F, hold on. Okay, so this might be what he was referring to. /A? /A, is that the middle character? Or no, is this maybe unit separator? Let's see. Because the Unicode character for A is 65? Yeah. So what is /A? I'll have to look it up. Let's see. Might be one of these. Substitute, escape, file separator, group, record. Character B, what's the same? Oh, what are the odds? Okay, so it might be this. Let's see. /A? I literally just found it. What are the odds? Slash A and Ansi is the Bell character. Oh, so it's that sound. It's that little boop. Boop. Okay. It's a boop. Like when you press tab with nothing pressed. Yeah, that's that sound. Okay. So I don't particularly care to handle every escape character. So what can I do? I could replace... Well, maybe... Well... I mean, I guess I could just say basically, like, if the character is, like, below... Wait. Decimal. Oh, wait. So then I might not be able to tell? Is that what's going on? Let's see. Oh no, okay, 32. 126. Okay, so I guess I could, like, only add text if it's, like, below one, if it's less than 127 and greater than 31. Or greater than 159. So none of this text, none of these characters can be actually pasted in. That actually seems doable. I think that is safe because characters beyond, let me do this, but like this. Characters beyond 159 can go into foreign alphabets, foreign symbols and stuff like that. And obviously the alphabet is within these two boundaries of 32 to 126. So anything below 32, anything above 126 and below 159 should not be printable. Okay, so that seems safe enough. I'll give it a shot. So we still want to do this. We still want to replace the new line characters like that. When we paste, we set the text. We probably shouldn't do it this way, should we? Rather than setting the text directly, we probably want to strip the text before. Tab lives there, I think. Oh yeah, tab must be in here. Tab is here. Horizontal tab? Okay. Let me see if I even have a horizontal tab character in my... Okay, I don't have a tab character. Or I don't, maybe I don't even, okay, hold on, let me see something. What we want to do, oh, a big red G had to go. Alright, see ya, G. Always good to have people come through. So what I'm going to do is, I wish to set character edit caret. Okay. So what we want to do when we set the text, we probably want to loop through and basically verify the text, verify each rune that we're setting. And then if it's like not tab or something, then we probably don't want to put it in there. New line character is in here as well. Maybe character return? Yeah. Okay, it's here, 15. So we might want to work around this. Joshua says, this song sounds like it was made in Sunbox. Yeah, it was. yeah, it was. I feel like if I were to go back to Sunbox now, I could definitely, Sunbox definitely has the sound, but I feel like you can easily get around it. But there's, like, definitely things that sound like Sunbox in my songs, in my older gear and OST. So yeah, we probably could. Yeah, okay. What we're going to do is character allowed. Alright, we're gonna extend this function that I already wrote to say like, oh yeah, you're trying to like make a new line and the text box doesn't allow new lines, or the character only the text box only allows numbers. We're gonna just say like, if the character is like any of these, then we know it's not usable. We will make special allowances for maybe horizontal tab, but I don't know if my font even has a tab character. Let's test. Let's check, I guess. I'm getting lost in the sauce, but I believe this might be necessary. Let's see. Space 2. Irving says, "Always nice to see your work. See you work. Your dedication is inspiring. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you." I don't have this signed in. Yeah, I straight up don't remember my sign-in information for FontStruct. All right, we'll have to come back to that later. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're going to just say that I'll do tabs later because I don't have tabs in here anyway. Tabbing. So we're just going to basically take out all of this stuff, any character that's any of these, except for space is 40. Okay, or 32. Okay. End of text. Inquiry, acknowledge, bell, backspace. Carriage return, okay. Line feed, LF. Oh, so this is /in, and this is /r, okay. Alright, so... escape. Substitute. Okay, so we'll take out all of these, alright. So if character is less than 31, listener equal to 31, or character is greater than or equal to 127, and it's less than or equal to 159. Okay, so this basically covers any of this stuff. Now we want to specifically let through line feed, which is 10. Let's see. I feel like this might be better done another way. I guess one way we could do it is basically say, if it's less than some amount, basically we want to maybe pass like an array of indices, and then basically if the character is between those indices, we just cut them out. We just say no. Joshua says, were you using the original sounds in the Sunbox sound library? Those chords sound like the instrument named array. That might have been, I might have made that instrument for Sunbox. I don't remember. Maybe, because I don't remember if I made this. I feel like I made those like background synth strings. I think I made those, but I don't remember. I feel like I made them and then gave them to Sunbox. Like, you know, Sunbox Night Radio was like, oh, I need. Night Radio was like, oh, you know, if you want to submit any instruments, I think I might have done so, or I might have not. I don't remember, but I don't remember. I don't know. Irving says 127 delete. You don't want it. Okay. Yeah. So what we're gonna do? Let me get some different song here. Yeah, let's get something chill. So what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna do it like this. I think I can do it like this. Where we at? So we have 0. We're just gonna do it like this. So this is gonna be an array of integers. Actually, an array of integer pairs. So basically, we have 0 to. Let me put it here. Let me do it like this. Hold on. Forgive me for being a little bit slow. There we go. All right, so we have 0 to 31. Then we have 127 to 159. Now, we also have line feed. Okay, line feed is what we want to allow line feed. So we're going to say 0 to 9. And then 10 to 31. Okay. So 0 to 9. And then 10, or 11 rather, to 31. So from 11. So it's 2 escape character. Okay, 31. Unit separator, alright, and then 127, delete, no. 127, delete, padding, octave preset, okay, index, no break here, that's not. Alright, I think we're good. Down to 159, alright. Okay, so now we just say, for blank, range, and range unavailable, although that doesn't work. Yeah, be range, it would be R. This is the, yeah, alright. So he's the, oh, Joshua accidentally put something in the chat, no worries, no biggie. So I think what we're going to do here is we just say basically if char is greater than or equal to R0 or char is less than or equal to R1, return, oops, return false. So I guess this would be accurate words. Okay. /A. All right. So that should basically cover those. Now what we want to do is we want to say basically for each thing when we set the text here, we want to also, well, I guess when we set text, we basically want to loop through and basically ensure that the rune is printable before we do so. Okay, so for R and rune, so we can say text box that text equals append text R box that. Oops. Is character allowed. R. Okay, so that might do it. I guess one way to test it is something like that. Well, actually, yeah, don't even worry about it, Joshua. No big deal. No biggie. What the heck? Eh? Why is it so dark? Did I do something? Did I? What? Oh. Yeah, wait, hold on. None of that enters. Let's see. Wait, why can't you type anything after me? Set text. Oh, okay, so is character allowed? I must be... Okay, if char is greater than... Here we go. This is supposed to be and. My bad. Okay, still not working, but this works. Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm not sure if like this does work /A because you're typing it individually. I guess it's a problem only if you were to paste in the character /A and not / and A. Not sure how I can generate a /A to paste in. But I think I'm on the right track. Let's see. Why is this not working? Unavailable. Here it's greater than. Put in an extra slash before the slash. That's for an escape. That's an escape though. Like that's. Yeah, that would escape. Yeah, no, that's not. There's no problem there. This is weird. Let me see. Oh, I want to save something. Let's undo that. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so seems like everything's working correctly. So this does work. Yeah, I'm not sure how I can generate a /A that would escape the second, like, because these are two different runes. These are two different. This is a character for / and then a character for A. What /A actually is the bell character, or what /A as a character actually is the bell character. I'm not sure if there's a way to generate that. The character with the value 7 is bell. It can be referred to as Control G in caret notation. There's no way to actually make that. Can be placed in a string or character constant with /A. So it is this slash. Echo /A. Joshua says, how's it already been 1 hour and 50 minutes? That was very fast. Yeah, it was pretty quick. What I'm gonna do, I don't want to end it just yet. I would like to end it once I implement the second thing, which is basically copying and pasting lists of tasks as text. I feel like I can do that. Let me change the music though. is. Okay. I'm not sure if there's a way we can really test this to make sure it's working correctly. We might just have to go with the concept of it should be working. I'm also not too much of a fan of doing this, but I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about it. Like, I don't want to have to loop through each rune in the text that you're putting into the text box, but I'm not sure if there's anything we can really do to not make that happen. Because we have to know if it's one of those characters, right? We have to know whether it's like a Bell character. Well, I guess we don't need to do it if you're entering text, like by keys. You can only enter text, you know, human readable text. So we only need to do this not when you're setting text like this, but rather you only really need to do this. You only really need to do this when you're calling set text with the text from outside. I guess that's really what it is. Okay. So paste content, paste lines, clipboard data. Okay, so we could do it here. I wonder if we could do replace all. But that might be slow. Replace all clipboard data with, because we have to loop through and basically get okay. I will try something and see if it works. Okay, so basically, the null character, we're gonna remove that. And so, we're gonna go ahead and grab this too, and place it here. I feel like this is so slow, though. I feel like this is a very slow way to do it. You know what? Let's not add code that is unnecessary. Like, it's not necessary right now to do this. I think this is fine to just, like, not approach this problem, because it's like there's no way that someone's going to really have like a Bell character or something like that in text they're pasting it. It's very unlikely. So I think it's okay not to do anything about it right now, because I feel like that's going to take additional brain thought, you know, brain juice to to manifest, and there's no reason to spend time on something that's just, you know, maybe one person's going to run into. The core problem that this guy had definitely does exist, though, which is that the carriage return is visually represented. So that should be solved now. So I will probably leave a comment here saying this is resolved for now. Yeah, I think this is resolved for now. And this fixes this one. 52. Okay, so replace all. Okay, we should be good. Oh, it's unsaved. Okay. All right. And then this should probably say like something here. There we go. Cool. Okay, well, I'll add this later. I'll add this note later. I'll add it now. Why not? The core issue of Windows carriage returns being represented by a underscore. Please resign. Slash A or slash F though. Okay. Now, the next thing I'd like to do is the ability to copy a set of tasks and paste them as a list of a text list. So, the way this will work, pardon me, is let's say you have a test or a series of, tasks like this. Oh, pardon me, my throat's getting all crunchy. I might be reaching my limit here. Okay. Let's keep going. Come on. So, what we're going to do is we will make it so that when you press Control-C, you can paste it outside here. Let's do that first. So, copy tasks is on the board. Okay, so copy selected tasks, copy buffer. Okay. So we're gonna write. Whoops. Say blank. Text. This. Text plus equal task dot description dot text plus new line. Write all task text. So we can try that. Let's load the project that we had. Test plans. Test text. We'll set this to load. Auto load. Okay. Cool. So now we copy this. We'll go over here. All right. Test A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Okay. Cool. So now what we want to do is we probably want to copy specifically this kind of like layout. So it's A, B, C, D, but also like indentation and also the numbering. So let's do that. Prefix text. Yes. That, okay. Then we also want to indent it. So wait. What I want to know is if the task is indented, and if so, by how much. So how do we know that? Okay, so we have the stack head. So we know like, oh, this is the head. So we can indent it by the difference. Okay. Okay, diff equals task.stack head. Dot position dot x minus task dot position dot x. 16, so that'd be 0, 16, so it should be this way. Oops. All right, and then we basically divide this by for.project.grid size. Let's do that. All right, and then we say, we got the diff. So then we say for I in range diff. Oh wait, we can't. Yeah, we can't do that. I equals 0. I is less than diff. I plus plus. As text plus equal space. All right, so that should basically do it. So this indentation works correctly. All right, that's good. We want to make it so that it's a little bit more noticeable. Let's give it 3 spaces maybe. But that's basically the start. Okay, now what we want to do is basically give a little like thing icon for each task type. So we say switch task.task type.current choice space task type boolean icon equals this else or default. All right, I guess default is fine. And then we just say icon plus. Okay. So case task type progression through task dot is complete. Icon else. Let me see. What did I say in my to-do list about this? Here we go. What's up here? Okay, so I'd say checkboxes become this, progression becomes this, notes become this, timers become this, and all other tasks are not converted. Does that make sense? What other task do we task type do we have? We have checkbox, progression, note, image, sound. Yeah, those can be removed. Timer. Also the do. Yeah, do. Okay, so something like that. Checkboxes, progression, notes, timers become that. Line, we don't care. Map, we don't care. Whiteboard, don't care. Table can actually be done though. How will tables work? Because you can't have them be vertical. I'm not going to do tables right now. That's that's hard. So I'm not gonna do tables right now. Let's just start with something like this. Let's have a note up here. Let's have progression. It's like, let's say 2 out of 5. Okay, say. So this is our general thing. This is what we're working with. So we copy all of this and we paste it, and it should basically, yeah. So we have test note, we got these, we have create tasks, and then it's not. It didn't even try to do anything with this. Or no, this is this line. It's blank. Okay, so this actually did work pretty well. Wait. That's interesting. Why this break? Or maybe this is here. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. This is an interesting problem. All right, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. So Boolean. Let's see if this is working correctly. Oops. Trying to test this out. All right, so Boolean completions note. New line, okay. Stack head. I wonder if I could. Nah, okay. Alright, so this didn't work quite right, but that's fine. So we have test 3, and test... let's actually do something like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Save. Okay. Alright. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday needs to be in a line, just like test A, B, C, and D need to be in a line. They're not, that's the problem. But the X is there, which is cool. There should be a space after it. Kenneth L says, how come when I type your name in YouTube, your channel doesn't show? I don't know. Let me... yeah, I don't know. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I mean, you type in, like, you know, YouTube Solar Loan, this comes up. If you mean, like, my name isn't up here, I don't know. YouTube might be doing something. Okay, so this is working, but yeah, we want to basically put things that are in a row together. So we probably want to do this a couple ways. Kenneth L says no, the search. Let me see. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, you solar loon. Solar loon. That's something else. I don't know what this is, but solar loon definitely shows up. It piped up when typing games after your name. Yeah, I don't know. I'm up here. When did it, oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah. So I exist. Let's keep moving. All right, so this is working. This is working. This is working. We can close this now. What we want to do now is basically make it so that these things appear in a sequence. So when we go and start with like one Monday, we want Tuesday and Wednesday to come next. So let's see, how can we do this? Because we're looping through all the tasks. So we basically want to, like, when we have a task, we do that one, and then we like do the rest of them. So this entire block should basically be a function. Task to string, we'll call it. It's task, and returns a string. Okay, and then we can just say task to string task. Okay, and then yeah, task to string task. Okay. Oops, task to string equals. There we go. Now the reason why we do this is because if we do it this way, we can basically say we want to do, for example, the task, then also any of its children. So for blank child range task dot rest of stack task text plus equal child task to string. Yeah, call function. Oh, that's not a function. All right. Then what we want to do is basically only do this if it hasn't been done already. So we're just gonna make a map for this, which is basically a set. So we'll say complete converted tasks is a map of tasks to bool, and then we just say converted. Actually, let's do it like this. Converted task, and then we just say if exists converted task exists. There we go. Not exists. Okay, so that should basically do it. Well, yo, let's go. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday's checked off. Then we have the note. Then we have the test A, B, C, and D. They're all done. Then we have create tasks. This is working. This is working. It's not perfect, but it's working pretty well. We want to add probably something like this. Just a little bit of space. We can also start off with a new line, I feel like, just to kind of make it a little more even. So let's start off with that. Convert task, okay, that's true. So after this, yeah, we can say task text plus equal new line. That should be a good start, I think. Why so many new lines? That's a good question. So it starts off with 1 for task. Is it? Oh wait, Oh yeah, we only want to do it if it exists. We're actually converting it. There we go. All right, that's good. This is, I'm pretty sure this, and then that's basically it. Writing a new line there. Does write all have, does it end it with a new line? It might. But this is a pretty good start. The next thing we want to do, that's kind of actually, that's kind of it. Yeah. Test C, test D, test E, test F. This, create tasks. So we still have to implement this somehow. I'm not sure how. I mean, I guess you could do something like, oops, like first, and then like second. And then like test 2, test 3, something like this. And so you have this kind of like cross section where you put like X's or O's. I mean, that's not, I guess, too bad. So, that kind of works. Like it's not honestly as bad as it could be. That kind of works. That kind of might work. Okay. All right. That I feel like that as I'm looking at it, this is. I mean, like, it would be nice if there was some way to, like, have this be in the same kind of shape as it is in real life, so to speak, but there's not a lot you can do about that. Like, there's just no way to, like, insert the text over here. I'm gonna actually, let me copy this so I have a general mock-up of how this should look. Okay. First, second. That will have to be, because there's no other way to do this. As far as I know. So we have to design, we have to basically, oh my gosh, we have to basically kick out, like, man, we have to, how do we even do this? Like, we have to put out, like, the text, the row names first to figure out basically how far over we are. Then let's see, hold on. That's probably pretty good. And then I think this could be like down one. Maybe this will work. Okay, let's give it a shot. It's not as hard as I think I was thinking it was going to be. Okay. We say if pass type that current choice equal to table. We're gonna do something special for it, otherwise we're just gonna return. We'll just have it else. Okay. So yeah, take the large text length from left to calculate how much to indent the top text. Yeah, that's true, but we also have to do the same thing with the top text to figure out how many new lines we need. Because we don't know. Oh, I guess that, yeah, we can just, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right, so we have to figure out basically what's the top new line count. So for blank column, range task dot. Well, also if maybe data is not, you know. So basically, oops, columns. Same applies, yeah. Yeah, you're right, Geek Hunger. And thank you very much for your input. So for each column, let me change up the music. Hold on. Nope. Let's go with Gary's sit. Okay. So for each column, we basically need to get the columns, text boxes, text. We say for the new line. No, that's the. There we go. Your typing speed is unreal. I appreciate that. Thank you. Got nuked. Let's see. New line count. Wait, range 3. Wait, new line count? Wait. 1. Oh, okay, wait. Columns. Oh, it's columns. Right, okay. This is text width. Oh, wait, hold on. Lucretia says, Filler, what's going on with Iquia? Nothing really. Nothing's really going on with Iquia right now. I'm working on just other things. Game development, that kind of stuff. I mean, MasterPlan development. Let's see. Let's see. So this is gonna crash because the row count is low. Oh, what's my newest game that is out? The newest game would be probably Geared. I think that is still my newest game. That's like officially out, yeah. It's been like years since I put something out. That was like my first commercial game. So I still like even though I want to go back and like remake it, it's still important to me, but it's like I still need to I would love to go back and like work on it some more because it's just not quite like it's okay. I'd love to put more like emphasis into it. Level editor is a nice change of pace, yeah. Working on multiple projects helps out a lot with burnout. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Geared's on Steam. It's also on itch. So what we need to do, we have the row count. Oh, psh, what am I doing? Yeah, that's completely not gonna work. I don't want to mess that up just yet. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the other 3 new lines coming from? Actually, let's do it like this. So 6 by 6. Yeah. Yeah, okay. $17, yeah. Okay. I believe that's correct. Alright, so now what we want to do is basically we know okay, I see. So text plus equal space. Wait, hold on. 0, j is less than x good, j plus x plus equal space. This is a little tough. Let's see. Let's do it piece by piece. So first things first, we want to get this text first and second. Which, in order to do that, we need to do this. We can't just use I though, because this is the new line count. So what does this look like? So the first line, F, then spaces, then S, then new line, I, then spaces, E, then new line. Okay. So maybe I'm thinking about this in the wrong order. Because we can definitely get this working. Yeah, let's do it in reverse to kind of make things simpler for ourselves. So we say for blank row in range tap table data.rows text plus equal row dot text box dot text. We probably want a little space, or actually a new line. Okay. And then we want something else. Okay. Let me say for column, range as that table data columns. Black Indie Dev says hello. What's up? Welcome to my stream. Hello. Let's see. Pass that table data dot completions. RICI. Let's say if switch this around a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Right, 2. Yeah, okay. Circle, 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 circle. Blank, 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 X, X, X. Oh. Alright, that's correct. Okay, so this is correct. So now what we're going to do is kick this over until we're at least over to testing something. So in order to do that, we say text to limp text I is less than row text width I plus plus text plus equal blank. Better, okay. That's weird. Why didn't test 3 move? Let's move this over here so I don't have to keep forgetting. I did limp text. I less than text width. I plus plus. So oh, print line text, okay. Geek Member says, for the headings, when I grab all title strings into an array, then loop as many times as the longest string has characters. At each iteration, grab every title's character at position I, loop index. Loop as many times as the longest string has characters. All the title strings in an array, then loop as many times as the longest string has characters. Second is the longest. Right. I mean, that's basically what this is your loop's lifetime. Okay, I think I kind of get what you're saying here. Let me just think a little bit. So if we basically turn this box into an array, that's the way to think about it. So let's use MasterPlan to plan it out. Let's see. Let's get a map. Okay. So the general idea, if I understand what you're saying, is that basically, like, what we have here is a grid like this. And so what we can do is just loop through each cell. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see this. So we have an array that basically represents our data. Lucretia says, is there any way to easily access the map part of MasterPlan? Maybe like an ID in the save file that's easily accessible? Could be nice for importing into a game, even though that's not its purpose. Yeah, it's just a JSON file. Where is our this test? Oh, I didn't save it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like this is the map data. So anything that has any object in the list, I'm sorry, any object in your plan that has a map data property, you can just scan it to get the data. So you can make an import of it for MasterPlan pretty easily. It's not super hard. All the tasks are listed, or in sequence rather, from top down and from left to right. Or no, they're in sequence according to when you created them in the process. Because otherwise, it would be like hard to visually tell where you're. Like it was made to be readable when like you're using Git and stuff. Okay, so if we already know the length of the longest string, then we can just go over even more. I'm having so much trouble with like conceptualizing this. And then all right, let's just keep going because I feel like I'm almost there with what I have. It's just a matter of, oh, that's what's going on. Where would that be? Okay. Oh, this is this. Yo, there we go. Okay. So now what we want to do is just do the column headings, and that's it, basically. Now, in order to get the column headings, actually we can do that because we already know that we're starting from the top. So I guess that's a way to make it simple. Let's do this first. We already know we're starting from the top. Right, so basically... Okay. Pardon me. Okay. So then we want to do this. Comments. Let's just do it like this. So we're just gonna loop until basically we're done with the longest. Wait, I already know for, yeah, let's just column index equals 0. Column index is less than length past that table data dot columns. One. Let me say column. We don't need to do this. Column index. Letter is 0. Letter index is less than length. Height, index plus, column names plus equal data columns, index, text, letter index. I need to do this in the other direction. I need to do the letters first, then the columns. So column, column, column. Yeah, and then we say column names plus equal in. Plus equal plus letter index. Column index 0. This is only if column title equals this, and we just say basically if length column title is greater than letter index. Alright, that might be it. So we say give us the text and then give us the column names. That might do it. Let's see. Yo, first, second, third. Okay. So this is kind of working. Like it's not, but it's kind of working. that's something I hadn't considered. Is basically you have to make more spaces. So maybe rather than that, what we can do is make column names just an array of strings. Everton says, any chance I could show you a project I've stalled out on Discord after a stream? Yeah, feel free. Feel free. Speaking of stalling out, man, my brain is like... my brain's turning to mush, but that's okay. So we can't just say like F new line, I new line, R new line. Because you can't place them... Oh no wait, that'll work. We could just combine the column names together and basically turn any new lines except for the last new line into like 2 spaces or something. So do they have to be arrays? Let me try something, because I think I actually am like solving my own problem slowly but surely. Alright, so now we want to add spaces here. How do we add spaces there? How do we know how many spaces to add? Oh. What am I even thinking about? This isn't even a problem. I think that actually will solve it. That was like not even hard. Yeah. For a second, third. Okay. So now we just need to put this over here. How do we do that? So we just put this, then this, and then we just add to this, all of these, this. Okay, we got it, we got it, we got it. Right? Let's give it a shot. So text plus equal column name. Let's do this first. Or I guess actually text equals column name plus text. Oh, actually, we still want to see it. Okay, so now we just want to kick this over. We don't want to add the column names. I guess that's fine. We want to kick this over by this. So we say text equals column names plus text. So for I is equal to 0, I is less than length, or text width, I plus plus, column names. So we can't just add spaces. We need to add spaces for each new line. So what we can do is split column names. Well, then why even... We could just make this an array. We don't have to... If we're going to split it anyway, we can just make it an array. So let's just do that. Does that make sense? Okay, so column names is going to be an array of strings. And so name... This is the letter index? Yeah, name is a string. Then we just say column names equals append column names name. And then if we want to do this, we can say strings.join. Yeah. First, second, third. Okay, cool. Now we can just say, basically loop through the loop through each thing in here and say cin split I plus plus cin equals or spaces equal blank spaces plus equal blank cn equals spaces plus cn. Oh my gosh. Alright. I didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything? Oh, column is This is surprisingly close. We're going to then just like offset this slightly. I'm just gonna add one space, and that might kick us over basically into the yeah. Oh my gosh. This is bananas. Oh my gosh. So the map is not showing up. Not sure if I'm gonna do anything about the map, because it's like some things are just not going to show up correctly. The map is one of them. You know, because it's a graphical thing. Same thing for like images or sounds. But this actually is working. So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday checked. Note, test A, B, C, D, E, F. B, C, and D are checked. A is not, because it's not done. Create task is not done. We have to do that. This is correct. Check. Wrong. Empty. That is bananas. I can't believe it. Okay. So we're basically Gucci. Like, this is surprising. We're actually solving this. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking icon, something like icon plus equal. Do I have to do string conv? I to A. Right. Something in convert. Two out of five. How did I have this in the to-do list? Because I feel like it looked better there. Progression becomes, yeah. So we just don't even have the completion. It's just complete current out of max. Okay. So we don't need the icon. Okay, understood. That's insane. We're basically done with this concept, which is something that I kind of thought would take longer once I started like dying inside. Somewhere around the point where I started dying inside, I thought this was going to be kind of a problem. This is largely done. We should probably add colons to these. Let's see. Oops. Monday. Maybe it would be better like this. Now, I am aware that there's an inconsistency between tasks that are complete, which have X's, like Boolean, checkbox tasks that have X's, and then the table that has X's for like it not being done. But I'm not sure how. I guess I could just replace them with circles, but that doesn't look as good. I guess it's better to be consistent. That's fine. Monday. I feel like it would be better to have it here, like that. Something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay. So we're gonna go with this setup. So let's go to board. We definitely want something like this, right? No, yeah. We want to something like that. We want oh, that's already. Let's be specific. Wait. Six. Okay. I think that should do it. Okay. Okay. Might be good. Oops. Do something like this. Not sure why some of them are like tabs and some of them aren't. I feel like that's a better setup than this. It feels like it's visually haphazard. I feel like this is better. I feel like that's easier to read. Yeah. Okay. So the prefix text. So we don't want to. So we're gonna do it like this. Tabs is here, and then we say prefix text. So be. Oh, that's another possibility. I don't feel like that's your. I don't think that's your game plan here. This doesn't quite feel right. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. I think this is your. This is what you want. So the tabs go here. Yeah. That's clean. Okay. So There we go. That's clean. Yes. That's solid. We might want to add a return here, but I feel like this is solid. Yeah, that probably would be good. Probably extra space there as well. That kind of does help out a little bit, but I think overall this is a pretty solid ability to turn stuff to strings. I almost put the stream. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I'm tired. I've been going for like 3 hours. I appreciate everybody coming through into the stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'd like to keep doing this and to return next week with one on Thursday, maybe even one on Tuesday or Monday, or Saturday, I guess. Probably Tuesday or Monday. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming through. It's been enjoyable to develop again and engage with the community, and I'd love to keep doing it. So thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. See ya.